What is going on, you amazing people? It is I, Mr. Octagonal, here from Octagonal Gaming. So, we have another NBA 2K18 draft rebuild. First one we did was Luka Doncic to the Suns, and the last one we did was DeAndre Ayton to the Sacramento Kings. So today we're going to be doing Marvin Bagley to the Atlanta Hawks. This is the one you guys wanted to see. I think if the Hawks take Bagley, I think that'll be a great pick. I think he's the best player available, because I think Luka and Ayton are going to go 1 and 2. I think Bagley is my number 3 player of this draft. So the Hawks actually got the second pick in this draft lottery, and I'm offering Cleveland the 3rd pick. So I'm giving them the 2nd pick, and they're giving me the 3rd pick, and they're saying no. What would you rather have, the 2nd or the 3rd pick? I don't know. But I just did trade override just so we could get the 3rd pick for realism. And now trade override will be off, so don't worry, I'm not going to cheat. I wouldn't do that. So let's draft Marvin Bagley and maybe make a few other trades in this year. We have absolutely finessed the Cavs. This is somewhat karma for being an idiot, as we traded the 18th pick, Dennis Schroeder. I know Dennis Schroeder is pretty good, but I just thought it makes sense for this rebuild to let him go. Kent Bazemore and 3 scrubs. So now we have the 2nd and 3rd pick, and I don't really want to get Luka or Ayton again, so I may trade down to get like pick 6 and some other draft pick. I didn't want to get Luka or Ayton again since I just got them both. I also got Ayton in the Suns rebuild, so I've had Ayton on both rebuilds, so I don't really want him, and I don't want to draft someone like a Michael Porter Jr. because I will have an MPJ rebuild. So I'm trading the 2nd pick and a future 2nd rounder to the Kings for the 7th pick and Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is a good young player we can develop or maybe use as trade value. The draft was certainly an interesting one. So Marvin Bagley was picked 2nd by the Kings. So we picked Ayton at pick 3. Obviously we don't want Ayton, we want Bagley. That's the point of the video. So I traded Ayton for Bagley. The Kings said no, but they gave me a counteroffer, and it was a future 2nd round pick for Frank Mason. As a diehard Jayhawks fan, obviously I'm going to take that. So now we have Frank Mason and Marvin Bagley. With the 7th pick, we took Luka Doncic. I didn't want to, but at the same time I had to because he fell that far. With the 29th pick, we took Troy Brown Jr. And I didn't even realize we had a 2nd round pick, but I probably would have picked Anthony Simmons anyway. So it worked out. After stage 1, we got Paul George and Chris Bosh. I'm going to trade both of them. I'm going to do what I did last rebuild with the Kings, and that's just tank. I signed Paul George in that, and I traded him for Donovan Mitchell. So I probably won't get Donovan Mitchell. I'll probably get someone else, but you get the idea. I have traded Chris Bosh, Will Barton. I just signed Will Barton. A few future draft picks and Mike Muscala to the Suns for their draft pick next year. The Suns are probably going to be pretty bad, or I'm going to use that pick to get a really good player. We have made a massive trade. We're trading Paul George, our 2020 first round pick, our 2019 first round pick, but it's lottery protected, as well as the man, the myth, the legend, Dwayne Dedmon, for Joel Embiid. So Paul George is going to Philly, but they have to give up JoJo, so we get Joel Embiid, the dancing bear, on the squad. This is the rotation I have made. Luka Doncic, Buddy Hield, Taurean Prince, Marvin Bagley, and Joel Embiid. Off the bench, John Collins, Royce O'Neal, who the game is signed. He's 25, he's pretty decent, so I'll give him minutes. And the man, the myth, the legend, Frank Mason. Troy Brown and Anthony Simmons are both in the G League, so that's why they're not playing. Let's get to the end of the year. If we don't make the playoffs, then we have our draft pick. And if we do, then that's cool too. At the end of the year, LeBron wins MVP. Luka Doncic wins Rookie of the Year. Maybe not the player I was somewhat hoping for, but it is someone on our team, so that's good. Lynn, 6th man. DeAndre Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year. Seti Osman, Most Improved on Charlotte, okay. And Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. So, is Bagley on our rookie team? Yes, he is. So, 16 and 8. So, Bagley had a really good year himself. We finished as the 5 seed, 44 and 38. I'm just going to sim the playoffs and hope we can maybe win. And we lose in the first round in 7 games to the Heat. That's pretty tough. The Sixers, without Embiid, make the finals, but lose to Golden State. Durant is finals MVP. I wanted to get the first pick from the Knicks, but we didn't have enough assets under contracts because I'm obviously not trading Embiid, Bagley, or Doncic, and the only other player under contract was Troy Brown. So we traded all our draft picks, including the 9th pick, as well as Troy Brown, for the 5th pick. The 9th pick was the only first-round pick we had, so I don't think we gave up too much to trade up 4 spots. With the 5th pick, we took the best player available, and that was Romeo Langford. I think that's a pretty good pick. He'll probably start, and then we'll trade Prince or Buddy. After day 1 of free agency, we signed Kyrie Irving away from the Boston Celtics. How about that? We don't have enough money for Kemba Walker. If I can get him, I will. But it may be a little too complicated. Let's check out the contract situation, see if we have any bad contracts. So, we would have to choose between Kemba or Joel Embiid. And I'm just going to choose Joel Embiid. Not really a question. So, sorry, Kemba. You're not going to be joining the squad, my friend. Here's a look at the new squad at the moment headed into the season. Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, Marvin Bagley, who's down 82, John Collins, Buddy Hield, Taurean Prince, Luka Doncic, who will move back to shooting guard and probably start over Buddy Hield, Rudy Gay, who we signed in free agency, Anthony Simmons is up to a 77, and maybe I want to put him back in the G League again so he can become like an 81 next year. Romeo Langford, I might put him in the G League, honestly. I think that could be interesting. Isaac Bonga, we signed him in free agency. He's a 76, and he honestly looks like a twig. 6'9", 204. Frank Mason is a 71. DeAndre Bembry is a 70. And that is pretty much it. Here's a look at the rotation I have made. Kyrie Irving, Romeo Langford, Luka Doncic, Marvin Bagley, and Joel Embiid. I'm starting Langford over Buddy Hield so Langford can progress. Off the bench, Buddy Hield, John Collins, Taurean Prince, and Rudy Gay. I moved Anthony Simmons and Isaac Bonga to the G League, so hopefully they can develop. Let's get to end the season. At the end of the season, we finished 56-26, good enough for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. First round, we have the Pacers. They finished under 500. We should beat them easily. And we do. Second round, Heat. They beat us last year, but we're not going to let them beat us this year. Screw off, Heat. So for the past like 20 minutes, maybe not like 20, maybe more like 7, I've been trying to get some wings. I went after Gordon Hayward, Klay Thompson, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Victor Oladipo, and I could not get any of them, with Buddy Hield being the main trade asset. And I was also throwing in some other assets like Taurean Prince, Isaac Bonga, but the teams didn't want them. So I traded Buddy Hield and some draft picks for Kemba Walker. I didn't even have to give up any of those bench players like Bonga or Prince. So we're going to move to Kemba to shooting guard. And I think this lineup is going to be looking nice. Here's the rotation for the 3rd and final season. Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, Luka Doncic, Marvin Bagley, and Joel Embiid. Off the bench, John Collins, Romeo Langford, Taurean Prince, and Isaac Bonga. So hopefully this group can, win as a ship. So we are once again the 1 seed. We won 58 games in the first round. We're going to be taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Of course, they don't have Kemba Walker. We traded from Utah. So Kemba Walker signed with Utah. He played a year there. Then we got him. I think last year the Hornets won like 10 games. And this year they obviously won better than 10 games. But they don't look that good. They did add Anthony Simmons, who, remember, was on our team. So that's pretty interesting. Looks like they got Vernon Carey with the 2nd pick. Steven Adams. I always trade Dwight Howard for Steven Adams in my leagues. I don't get why the Thunder do that. But we should win this series. And we... Oh, jeez. 7 games. Now we have the Toronto Raptors. This should be a piece of cake. Jonas Valanciunas is their best player. They still have DeRozan. They still have Lowry. They added Paul Millsap. They still have Anunoby. What is he putting up? 10 points in the playoffs, 9 in the regular season. Not bad. We should certainly beat them, though. Probably sweep. Yeah. So now we got the Cavs. We were on a race for the 1 seed with the Cavs all year. They added Chris Middleton. They still have Dennis Schroeder. They added Nicholas Batum. Tristan Thompson's actually relevant. This is actually not that bad of a team. Wowzers. And we win. Cool. And we don't even have to play Golden State. We have the 3-seeded San Antonio Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge made All-NBA 2nd team today. Shout out to the Spurs. Even though, I don't know why he got 2nd team. Maybe 3rd team, but anyway. Kawhi Leonard, Aldridge, Zach LaVine, Dejounte Murray, Mirko Bagaric, He was an 81, but he's still overseas. Mike Scott, Mason Plumlee, not Miles Plumlee. Reggie Bullock, go Pistons. Juwan Evans, Brooke Lopez, Landry Shamet. We should win this series pretty easily. And we do. Let's go. Kyrie Irving's Finals MVP. So here is the final team. Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, Kemba Walker, Marvin Bagley. Here are his final stats. Stayed pretty much the same, despite the team getting better, which shows progression. John Collins, Luka Doncic, Isaac Bonga, Romeo Langford, Taurean Prince, Rudy Gay, Matthew Dellavedova, Lucas Nogueira, Marshawn Brooks, Frank Mason, All-NBA champion.